All right, onto the IA700. So this it's a unique, I call it like a hybrid system where it will work very well in a shop environment and it's got a smaller footprint, easier to store, easier to maneuver, but it is also modular. It breaks down into five pieces and so you are able to take it from shop to shop. So in terms of the pros, it uses that next generation camera-based placement system. So in terms of the distance, uh, the center line, um, all of the fine tuning, pitch yaw, roll, those are all determined through this camera-based system, and so very it reduces the amount of manual measurements you need and increases the precision. Like some of the other systems, and again, I call them the next generation systems, there is uneven floor compensation up to a few degrees. And so even if you're in that shop environment that doesn't have that perfectly level floor, you're able to still conduct precise calibrations. As I mentioned, modular and portable. You can break it down into five pieces. I've seen myself that you can essentially fit it into the back of an SUV. That said, there's a lot of businesses that will actually use some sort of crane or ramp to easily move it in and out of a van or a truck. A really important feature is the fact that it can do wheel alignment verifications. And again, certain OEs are starting to require these before certain calibrations. So having this, is an important feature, especially as we move forward. In terms of the precise calibration reports, something that I covered in another video, so you can see um, just the level of um, yeah, and so finally, the last pro again is the fact that you will get that precise calibration report, which in another video I cover. So some of the cons of the 700, you while you can check alignment and verify it, this unit isn't capable of doing the full wheel alignment procedure. So that's going to be the 900 and the 1000. There's also slightly less automation compared to the and the last pro here is the precise calibration reports. Again, these come with all of the systems with the camera-based systems. Um, I've covered in another video what they look like, but it's really nice to have these for documentation purposes. Okay, moving on to cons. So while the 700 is able to do the alignment verifications, unlike the 900 and the 1000, it does not have the workflows for full wheel alignments. So a bit of a limitation. Compared to the 1000, there's slightly less automation. Really, when it comes down to the pitch, yaw, and roll components, you still have to use the knobs to dial that in. And again, more compared to the 1000, the 360 AVM calibrations still require manual measurements, and you don't have any of that laser guidance. So now moving on to who this system is for. Well, the first profile would be a shop that has a high calibration volume, but they already have their own alignment frame system. And so the 700 plays well because it can be used to quickly verify whether a vehicle needs an alignment, but also because of the camera-based system, you can crush calibrations quickly. Another profile that sees a lot of benefit are some businesses that have more than one location. And so typically when I work with those shops, the frame will stay predominantly in one location, but if in a pinch, it is nice to be able to have the option to bring the 700 to another shop if needed. Same thing here. If you're servicing shops just within your vicinity. So again, most of your calibrations are for your own business, but if needed, with some of your neighbors, you're able to bring it to their shop and do some calibrations. And finally, mobile technicians. It's pretty clear that this is where the future is going. Again, with the precise documentation, uneven floor compensation, um, all of these things that OEs and insurance companies are looking for um, is delivered by the 700. So you can see where over time this will likely be phasing out some of the more older school systems like the MA600.